Well, I
What's the
think
idea?
knives are becoming our gun issue, aren't they? And every night, just about, we're hearing the sorts of stories that you've just outlined there. And I think, obviously, what we need to be doing is not just looking at an amnesty, but we need to be going deeper. Why are people carrying knives now, Neil? What's the driver for people thinking that they have to have a knife on them? So they're the questions that we've been asking people just informally, but we want to formalise that with a survey that we want to get out just as far and wide as we can across Victoria.
What sort of answers are you getting from people?
Well, the main one is fear. And
So they're carrying a knife for self-protection.
absolutely. And they're saying other people are carrying knives. At Coles out at Melton are actually restricting the sale of knives. So you go in there and I had a friend that bought some plastic knives and it came up as knives on the register and he had to show his ID. So it's an issue which is affecting so many people right across the state now. And I think we've got to understand, firstly, why, really clearly, why do people feel the need to carry a bladed weapon? Two, we've got to educate people around the fact that if you produce a knife or a bladed weapon, more than likely somebody's going to produce a knife in return.
No.
And it just goes pear-shaped.
You'd have an amnesty up and running.
Absolutely.
You go to a police station, leave me a knife, and that's it. No questions asked.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, completely anonymous. If we're about significant change, Neil, then we can't expect it to come from the top. It's actually got to come from the ground. And I think it comes from the home. I think it, it needs to come from the school. I think it's what we model to our kids. How do we talk to each other? How do we talk to the person that cuts us off in the car? How do we respond to people? You know, our kids observe what we do, how we behave, how we respond, how we react in certain situations, and they model that. That's what they see as the right thing to do. And if they're aware that, mum or dad are carrying a knife or some sort of bladed weapon for protection, they pick that up. If they see that amongst their mates, they do that as well.
Or mum and dad are going off in a road rage incident and totally losing control.
Yep.